All right, good morning, everyone. It is 8:03. It is time for First Alert Weather Extra. I hope you're having a good day so far. We are tracking some very warm and muggy air that is building in across our state, eventually setting the stage for some rain. Several opportunities. We could definitely use the rain. It's certainly helping out with the pollen count. It's on the low end side the next several days. Wednesday, that's kind of low moderate. No big deal. So that's one plus. Now, the temperature, speaking of plus, we're talking about readings right now, some 10 to 20 degrees warmer than they were this time yesterday. We're dressing for summer out there with a lot of 50s and 60s still. We're headed to the upper 70s, low 80s, and could feel a couple degrees warmer than what the thermometer says. Maybe when you open up the weather app and check out what's happening for your location. So look for that today. So definitely on the warmer side. The breeze will increase from the southwest about 10 to 20 miles per hour, some gusts up to about 20, maybe as high as 25. All right, so as we look back to the west, you can see there are some areas of rain that has continued to develop. So we'll be monitoring this area as we get some disturbed weather to head in our direction. We get a couple of fronts that will be impacting us or in play over the next several days. Let's walk through this hour by hour. First Alert Futurecast, give you an idea of what to expect. So we're dry this morning. We don't need the umbrella this morning. We don't need it this afternoon. But that starts to change by the evening hours as we get these clusters of showers and storms move across our state. The coverage initially is not going to be very impressive. Not everyone will see rain from this first round coming through this evening into tonight. But those of you that do, that could certainly impact you if you're outside towards sunset and certainly thereafter. Tomorrow morning, as we take a look at First Alert Futurecast, there are ongoing areas of rain, but again, not everyone's seeing rain. So just plan on keeping that umbrella with you tomorrow. It is going to be muggy despite the temperatures being a lot cooler because of the clouds and the showers lingering. So all in all, it looks like we'll be keeping an eye out for those periods of showers off and on, and maybe a downpour or two, perhaps a clap of thunder. Otherwise, instability won't be too terribly high tomorrow. But look at this. Here comes the main round we're talking about, or the main system. But it has several rounds to send in our direction. The first is Thursday morning. That's a more widespread round. So if you don't get much tonight into tomorrow morning, you have a much better opportunity for Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, still more rain in the forecast. As you look at those arrows, the wind's coming in from a southeasterly direction, so it's going to be breezy. But then we look at Thursday, that's 9 o'clock, for example. We got some pretty red-looking development. What does that mean? Heavy rain. Could even be some stronger storms mixed in. And that chance for that activity to be a little bit more on the oomphy side will be through Friday morning. And the Storm Prediction Center has put us under a marginal level 1 risk. That means that within that green shaded area, there could be a stray or rogue, a strong or severe wind producing storm. So most of the activity behaves, then you get a couple of troublemakers possibly mixed in. So the rest of this week is going to be muggier with periods of rain and storms. The rainfall potential, anywhere from a half an inch to an inch and a half, but locally could be up to 2 at this point in time. Where it will be a little bit on the heavier side, it seems to be skewed a little bit farther west versus east. A half an inch, that has been kind of the possibility farther to the south and east. But nonetheless, good amount of rain. But this is the rainfall potential through Friday. So it's not just coming all at one shot. All right, but the weekend is going to be brighter and pleasant, so something to look forward to. So we need the rain. As you can see, the scattered showers will be with us Wednesday, and into Thursday, winding down after Friday morning, and then we're trending drier. So the comfort index, well, it's back to that sweaty weather. Not a fan of, but what are you going to do? As we take a look at those dew points going from those 50s into the 60s through today, and then staying in the 60s, very uncomfortable through Friday. But that system moves through Friday, and that will allow the dew points and some drier air to move in. So those dew points will drop as the drier air moves in. So we'll just kind of skip past this real quick. Wanted to get to the tropics. We have a Category 4 Gabrielle. Okay, but it's moving away from land. It's a fish storm, as we call it at this point. Two other disturbances looking healthier, have a high chance of development. One, and a moderate chance, where you see the orange with the other. So we'll keep posted on any further developments and if any of these storms will impact the United States or the islands or anyone headed on a fall cruise. All right, so today is the first official full day of fall, and we're looking ahead towards the next 10 days. The outlook for rain, so you're talking about just slightly beyond the 7-day, not very impressive. Same goes for beyond the 7-day in the next 2 weeks. 8 to 14 days out. Not very impressive. Temperatures this morning were above average then compared to yesterday, and certainly going to be above that average high of 73 degrees. The temperature outlook beyond the next 6 days is for to trend slightly above average, and that possibility is there for 8 to 14 days out. All right, so we're continuing to always tweak the forecast as we get new data. So the way it's looking like for today, the rain and storms, they hold off until this evening into early tonight. Then I think we're going to be changing those icons, adding another icon in for some showers for Wednesday afternoon as well. It's just kind of unsettled and probably more on the scattered side rather than isolated. Definitely muggy through Friday. The rain and then some storms, we'll have to add that in. We might even issue a first alert weather day for Thursday. We'll consult with all team members before we go ahead and do that. But certainly it's looking a little bit heavier with the rain and then some stronger storms by the evening. They'll continue into Friday morning, and then it looks like it's all out of here by the weekend, just in time as we close out the final weekend of the month and close out the final weekend of the Big E, which I'm not able to go to this year, but that's okay. All right, so going into next week, it's looking pretty decent out there. So very warm overnights. It's muggy during the day with all the clouds around. It will keep temperatures down Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, that's your latest First Alert Weather Extra. Remember, we'll have another one coming up tonight at 9:30. Have a great one, and don't forget the umbrella. Could see some of that rain by the evening and overnight hours.